I'm going to show you now how we can use count-controlled loops. We've actually used a version of this before with our while true loop. So we could print something like a message like this, and then you'll see that it gets printed infinite times because we know true is never turned into false. But actually this while bit, whilst true, this condition here could be something else. So we could say while I is less than 10, for example, we're going to print hello, and then we're going to say I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so that should iterate. Let me set initialize I to 0 at the beginning. Let me just add a comment onto that. Initialize I to 0, and then it should print out 10 times. So now we can see, great, yes it does, and if this was changed to 20, it works. So let's just go into that a little bit, and let's kind of delve into why, what's happening here. So let me actually just print out I each time, okay, so you can see what's happening. So it's starting with 0, which is great, that's what I've initialized it to. So it's going to print out what the value of I is, and then I'm going to add 1 onto I, and it's going to keep iterating through this condition here until I reaches, what's going to be less than 10 in this case, and you'll notice that it stops here at 9. So I could have said less than or equals to 10, in which case when I ran that it would include 10, or I could have said, for example, equals to 10. Need to use 2 equals if we're checking something is working. Oh, interestingly, that didn't work for us there. So we need to make sure that we're doing less than or less than and equals to, like this, and it will print it out for us. So we could use this condition in here to control the amount of times that we're going to do something. So we could have something like, I don't know, we could have a player's health, for example, and let me just set that to 10, just change that, and then we could say while the player health is less than or equals to, let me change that to greater than or equals to 0, we're going to print out the player health, and then maybe we want to do player health equals player health. Let's take away 2 this time. I'm gonna let's run this code and see what happens now. So it started at 10, which is what the player health was, and we've said that it's going to, whilst it is greater than or equals to 0, it is going to print out whatever the player's health is, and then we're going to subtract 2 each time. Let's try this without the equal sign now, and there we are. So it's going to do it that time. It was greater because it will get to 2, and then it would have taken away 2, bringing it to 0, in which case it would have finished and run that code, and I can just type something here like finished just to show you that it's got to the end of this condition controlled loop here.